I wrote this after Mom called with the news. She was diagnosed with cancer and this time it didn't look good. So I kept a journal of her journey. Mom was able to read it a week before she passed. She was so impressed with my exactness of what she had gone through. Mom said that it was fun reading about her journey through my eyes. Now you can see what she had gone through as well. Follow along with our family. Part 1. Self-diagnosis doesn't always work. Saturday, April 6, 2013.
Mom is a wonderful person, inside and out. She has a heart of gold and is always willing to help those in need.
Case in point, both her and Dad learned sign language mainly because Mom was losing her hearing and they found that by speaking with their hands, they could communicate more fluently. After a few years at their local college and several dinners at their home with some newfound friends in the Deaf Society, Mom took on a job twice a week, an hour each day at a local health center for the mentally challenged. This group consisted of adults with disabilities consisting of Tourette's, spinal issues, and many other physical and mental challenging issues. Let's rewind a bit. Mom and Dad are in their 70s. They are both retired from a satisfying business of over 25 years that they started in their garage. Dad is an artist at heart. So, he changed careers from the restaurant business to the sign business. It finally came time for Mom and Dad to retire and enjoy the life that they had wished for. Home, projects, hobbies, travel, whatever their heart desired. Time together in their home that they purchased just a few years after they got married with hard-earned and well-kept money. Careful budgeting, of basic meals, Mom and Dad put the down payment on a nice family home that was to be where they reared 5 children and eventually retire to spend their loving years together with their growing family of grandchildren and great-grandchildren as we all came to visit.
Let's move forward again a bit. It's December 2012. My husband, Rob, and I came over for a visit. We had planned a month-long vacation doing nothing but visiting family and spending time with everyone over the Christmas holidays.
When we arrived at Mom and Dad's house, we walked in the door. Dad greeted us as well as their 2 little chihuahuas with barking excitement. Our attention diverted from the dogs to Mom sitting in one of the chairs in the living room. She couldn't get up. She claimed to have a stress fracture in her hip, most likely from being too vigorous on the treadmill recently. Mom was using a pair of very cumbersome crutches that she borrowed from my daughter. She could get around a bit and walk fairly well, but the crutches were giving her fits since they weren't the most convenient mode of travel in the house. Rob and I decided to get her a walker. We went to the local drugstore down the road and found a fantastic Rolls-Royce of walkers. Mom was so happy and pleased at her new modes of transportation. She moved about the house with the best of ease. Her and Dad went grocery shopping and Mom followed along rather well with her cane or walker. She had a huge smile on her face again. "Look, I can lift my leg up a little more," she said a couple of days later while standing at the walker and lifting her knee up to near waist high. "Well, that's no hip fracture," we told her. "Perhaps a muscle, tendon or nerve issue, but definitely not a fracture, Mom." She agreed and moved her thoughts from the stress fracture to perhaps it was bursitis or sciatica. Rob and I left Mom and Dad on our way to my sister Annie and her husband Chris' house. We would see Mom and Dad again in a few days. Our visit was going very well. It was snowing outside and the ground was quickly being covered by the bright and glistening new fallen snow. Forward a bit now. Mom wasn't getting any better. Dad was getting quite concerned. At first, it looked like sciatica. She was given some pain medication and sent home with orders to begin physical therapy a couple of days later. Mom was a bit relieved to hear that there may be an end to her pain. To be continued. Please like, subscribe and comment to see more of Mom's story. Thank you for watching.